up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Dope in the Garage. I'm your dope dealer, Marley Rowe.
It's your dope dealer, Dash.
And today we have a very special guest in the building. Let's give it up for Abigail.
What's up?
What's up? So good to have you in the garage.
I'm super excited. I've actually been seeing this up and down my timeline. And I was like, I'm so glad to finally make it.
Yes, we live in the garage, back in full effect. So of course, as you know, if you've been seeing it on the timeline, I'm sure you're familiar with Blunt Conversations. Are you familiar with that?
No, I don't know the rules.
You don't know?
I just see people answering questions.
I don't know the rules. Okay. Well, for those of you guys who don't know, Blunt Conversations is where we have our guests pull a blunt, unroll it, answer the question, and make sure that you give it to a straight, no chaser. Okay? All right, you got that?
Are you sure?
No bullshit.
Okay.
All right, so go ahead and pull one, whichever you like.
Choose that one. Do the fat one.
Which one? What's the fat one? This one?
I was gonna say that one. That was kind of fat.
Yeah, it looks a little girthy.
It looks a little girthy.
It's a girthy blunt. All right.
Hit us with some heat.
What would you consider your best work to date?
Okay.
And who is your dream client?
Oh, we're starting off with
Ooh.
fancy.
My best work to date, Russ Y, which is a little melody vibe. It was a period. The video was a period piece. So it was like taking place in 1950s.
Yes.
And I got to flex my little, costume designer muscles on that. So sourced a lot of things that I usually wouldn't source for music videos, but because we're in a different world, I really enjoyed that.
Yes.
Who is your dream client, y'all? I talk about this girl all the time.
Okay.
Baby mother. You know,
Oh my God! Let me tell you. My little dope dealer, Nikita, she put me on Baby Mother.
listen, if you don't listen to Baby Mother, you just need to be deaf. Like, you don't need ears. At that point, it's just like, I can't even put into words like what she is. It's like a guy that doesn't really give a shit.
Yes.
That happens to be a woman with kids.
Yes, that is the perfect.
Yeah. Even her content is exactly that. So.
Yeah. Oh my God, I can't believe you said Baby Mother.
Yeah, Baby Mother definitely. Cause she gives me, obviously, she's into like the occult.
Yes, yes.
So she's spooky and I love that.
Yes.
And she's rugged and it just allows me to just do so many
But the
things
flow
with
is
that.
so sick.
Yeah.
The
Have you
flow
listened to
so
Baby
sick.
Mother?
I feel like I almost just want to die right now.
Oh,
Okay.
You guys got really
you have
excited.
homework.
I was kind of like,
You have homework.
Yes.
baby,
listen to Baby
baby,
Mother.
is it spelled correctly or?
It's like BBYM.
The fact that you even
Baby
had
Mother.
the notion to ask that.
Yeah, it just,
He was like, see, that's how, her vibe. Her vibe did that.
I'm gonna check her out, Baby Mama.
Her vibe.
Baby Mother.
Okay, so I'm
Baby.
lighting another one.
On to the next. We're moving on.
Whew. Okay, as social media has given so much exposure to more Black female designers, how do you feel about brands like Fashion Nova stealing designs? Allegedly. I mean, Fashion Nova isn't doing what Alibaba or AliExpress has been doing for years, or even let's bring it even back home because people like, what is AliExpress? But like H&M or Zara is a good example.
Yeah.
As a designer, I did not want to take the route of just becoming this full-time designer with like seasons, because you work on something for a year and a half and then you see it for like $30 on a clearance rack and then you're just like, no.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's
They ain't doing nothing that ain't never been done, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It sucks though.
It really does. It really hurts my heart for that to even be a thing, because I understand what the trials and tribulations are as a designer.
Yeah.
The swatches, the this and sourcing and
Yes.
Yes, the trend
Yes.
forecasting.
I remember like during quarantine, I forgot what the designer, it starts with the H. She did the first virtual, the 3D imaging.
Yeah, she was an African designer.
I'm so sorry that I do not know the name of her line, but Beyonce word. But anyway, there was an Vogue did an article on like some big brand, like I forgot who. Basically, they lied and said that they were the first ones to ever do a virtual 3D fashion show. When months prior, they had just did an article on the African designer who did it earlier. So like,
Yeah, that is.
Wait, they published that article?
no, yes, it was one of those things where they had to. It was you had to apologize.
Yeah.
And then it became like a thing. I think like
Yes.
Jeremy Scott with Moschino did his thing, and it was so funny because I feel like her video targeted certain people, but it
Yes.
wasn't targeting like a wide.
Yeah.
Which brings me back to just my hatred, deeply seated hatred for Instagram. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Instagram. No, I'm actually going to say this since I have this platform right now. Instagram needs to remind itself that you are here for your users, okay?
Yes.
You are a business, but without the people, you're
nothing.
just nothing. And if you don't believe me, just look at MySpace.
Ooh.
Anyways, next blunt.
Don't Instagram. You got to know.
Man, Insta,
Yeah.
MySpace. That
Listen,
was cold.
yeah, they need to be reminded. Ooh, this blunt won't open, y'all. Ooh.
Uh-oh,
Yeah.
that was
Unrolled
real
it.
good.
Because, I'm not really good at unrolling blunts.
Yeah.
How did you get your start in the fashion industry? Ooh. Okay, so when I graduated high school, because I was taking fashion courses then,
Okay.
I started to be a model so I can just like paper things. so one day I was being styled by this stylist, and just because you're being styled doesn't mean the person knows what they're doing.
That's
And
true.
so I was just like, oh, you should do this and that. She was like, I'm the stylist. I just remember it echoing throughout the halls of my mind. And I was just like, I will never let anyone style me again. And that's how I became a stylist.
That's how you got
That
your
would
start.
do it.
That's how I got my start.
Yes.
I was just like, yeah, no, nope.
Yeah. I mean, it be like that sometimes. You go in, model,
Come out the ball.
Come out
a stylist.
Come out a stylist,
You know what I mean?
right?
That's
And
what you
then
gotta do.
10 years later, you're a costume designer.
Yes. Okay. 10 years.
Yeah,
That's
10 years. 10 years actually this year.
Yes.
All right, so last blunt.
last
All right, let's
one.
do it.
I love how girthy these blunts are.
No tap out.
Yeah.
They're real thick. All right, what did your experience in House of DVF teach you about yourself in the industry? When I was leaving on the show, one of the things that Diane said was, I don't think you can sell anything as well as you sell yourself. And I wasn't trying to hear none of that. When she told me, it was just like, what you wasted my time. But it was more so like, it was one of those lessons that took years to understand.
Yeah.
Because you had to go through the process of like a curriculum.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's like you have a title to the course, and you just like have to break it down in chapters, and that's what
Yes.
those years were. And then it's like, I really can't sell anything unless I believe in it. And not to say
Yeah.
that I don't believe in anybody else's brand but myself, but it's
Yes.
like there's this understanding of a backstory that I can tell that nobody else can.
That's very true.
Agreed, yeah.
And the industry, being on House of DVS taught me that the industry requires you to understand that nobody owes you anything. And that goes back to say, when they say, oh, if you build it, they will come.
Right.
Yeah.
Y'all have to do that. It's very important that you do things because you genuinely want to do it. If you do things for applause or accolades or things like that, you will be disappointed every time, because sometimes you spend months, weeks working on something and you just might not get that clap that you want.
Yeah.
You need to be convicted in your vision in order for you to, finish it out.
Yes.
Come on now. Come on now. It's a word. It's a word.
Nobody owes you anything. If
Nada.
y'all didn't get nothing else from this right here today,
Nobody owes you anything.
don't nobody owe you anything, okay? Oh my God, Abs, thanks so much for coming through. This was a very, very great episode. You guys, as you know, we here on the Dope in the Garage. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Make sure you leave a comment in the section. Make sure you just subscribe. Make sure you tell us your Instagram.
Follow me.
What's
Follow
your
me.
handles?
Follow me on all platforms. Abs Petite. A-B as in boy, S as in Sam. Petite. P-E-T-I-T. At Abs Petite.
At Abs Petite.
At
All
Abs
right,
Petite.
guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. This has been another episode of Dope in the Garage.